Hi everyone, and welcome to another Forex Power Hour. Marcello here, and today is April 30th, 2014. I'm going to do today what I've done for years, which is an analysis of the market's evaluation of our strategies, which are based upon the 5 p.m. Eastern Time close of our daily bars. Thereafter, I'm going to talk about trades that we may have gotten into and also biases that we've had in the past if they are relevant. So how does this work? Basically, at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we determine what our bias is. We determine what our bias is. What is our bias? Our bias is the probability of a currency pair either going up or down. Now, if we believe that a currency pair will go up, we call that a buy bias. Okay, and if we have a probability or there's a high probability, forget about what we believe. Based upon our rules, if a high probability bias presents itself, okay, a sell, if there's a higher probability, if there's a sell, we'll have a sell bias. Very, very simple, very straightforward concept. And what we do to execute this is we either, one, take a set and forget it trade. Okay, that means that we determine what our entry is, our stop loss, and our take profit the night before. And then, of course, there's number two, which is that we day trade in the direction of our bias using our pods for bigger profit. If you don't know how to day trade, come see Nino. Nino's not with us today. They actually had a tornado where he is currently, and so he's completely out of the loop as far as power is concerned, and his entire area has been experiencing outages. Okay, but he should be back tomorrow. If you don't know how to day trade, he absolutely you need to get in there and talk to him about that. He will absolutely answer any questions that you have. That's what he loves to do. And we also have a day trading course on tribeforex.com. You can learn exactly what a pod is. And those are points of decision. Very, very powerful concept. All right, so I'm going to make this quick, really go through our assessment of the markets, our biases for each currency pair. So you can see here that the euro dollar actually went up. But before it went up, I had a sell bias yesterday. And basically what happened is that the market went down. I said the market's going to go down to the 50 EMA, and after that I don't know what's going to happen. You can also see that I drew an area of support and resistance right below there. And based upon these two swing lows, you can see that price basically went to it. It really tested the 50 EMA, went down to that trend line at 1.377, actually went to 1.3777, bounced off of it. So we did have price go in our direction. And then price ended up closing very high, but within our areas of support and resistance. What does that mean for me? Well, based upon what I'm looking at here, we have been in a constant consolidation. I think eventually, if I look at the weekly here, I'm going to see that price is really looking for a sell. We have a monthly close that was a reversal candle right on our area of resistance. And now we're going to be looking for eventually a sell down to lower levels. Now, if that happens for us, those of us who have gotten into positions and are waiting in those positions, we're going to do extremely well. Now, of course, price can break out. Breakouts happen 10% of the time. Trends happen 20% of the time. And consolidation happens 60% of the time. So the likelihood that we will have a breakout here is not as high as the likelihood that price will turn around at this area of consolidation, at this area of resistance, and really continue to move down. And so that's what we've got to look toward. So as far as my long-term biases, we are right there on the cusp of something happening. I do believe from a probability standpoint that we do have an opportunity for sell. I think anybody who knows anything about technical analysis would say the very same thing. And unless, of course, there's some fundamentals in play or something else that would change that from a technical standpoint, that's what we're to look to. And that's a higher probability play. Okay? So that's where we are as far as the euro dollar is concerned. Moving right along. Dollar Swiss. Dollar Swiss also not as clear for me as the euro dollar is. I think that we could see a buy come out of this. So right now I've got a sell on the euro dollar, by the way. I don't think I made that clear. So I'm going to make that clear right now. I do see a sell on the euro dollar just because of the consolidation that we've seen in the markets. Okay, we've seen a consolidation pattern, and so we've gone up and down and up and down. We have not broken out of that consolidation, out of that range-bound market. So I'm looking for price to potentially reapproach if it does move up any to reapproach 138.78 and then to come down. Now, anything's possible, guys. We could have a breakout at this point in the opposite direction, or just, you know, market makers trying to scare people out of potential sells. But I'm looking for a sell here on this euro dollar. Okay, dollar Swiss, not so clear. We could see a buy here as there is consolidation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars. Pound dollar, I'm just going to go through these very, very quickly. We did have a close above that 168.50 area that we consider to be a strong area of support and resistance. As I said before, I am still banking on a sell here, and because we're really at that place where the market really has to make a decision at this point of decision, I'm going to go ahead and bank on a sell again. So looking for a sell here on the pound dollar. Yes, price did go up and it did close higher. I had a sell bias on the previous day. As you can see, that sell bias did not work out. Price did go against us. So you would have gotten in at 168.26, and you would have potentially gone up to about 74 pips above price. So it ended up going to 169.00 and then really withdrawing just a bit here. So until we have a very clear close on the pound dollar, I'm still going to be looking for a sell here in the next few days, certainly. So I've got a sell bias here. We're really on the Bollinger right here, although price has moved up quite a bit. And this 168.50 area is really our area of resistance that we have to pay attention to. For that reason, I'm going to look for a sell. We're an extreme point. I'm going to look for a sell there. Dollar yen. So you can see that there's play once again back and forth in the market. I'm not going to make a call there. That's clearly consolidation movement here, and you can either see that thing come down back to the 101.50 area, or it can blast off and finally make its way to 103.75 before coming back down. That is the dollar yen. Pound yen, we called the sell. Clearly there was a sell out on the pound yen quite a bit, 78 pips. In fact, it's right against this area of support and resistance, and we saw it really drop and then really end up closing right in the middle. So it did retract quite a bit, retraced quite a bit. I think that it's going to do the same thing again and get back down to this 108 area. Now, guys, we're in the apex. We could see price actually break above this for a bit, but the pound yen, once again, looking at the overall area of support and resistance, I think that we could see a sell here. We've got railroad tracks formation, and then we also have this nice pennant that's formed here, and will be confirmed if we get a drop here on price on the pound yen. Okay, dollar CAD, I called a buy. You can see that the buy did come. Why? Because we bounced off of this trend line here. I'm going to look for price to continue to move up, potentially bouncing off this 1.100 area. Number one, it's a 50 EMA that's there. It's also double zeros, so that's what we're going to be looking for there. I'm looking for price to move up. Euro yen, we had the exact same movement. I called a sell here. Price did go down to the 50 and really bounced right off of our trend line. Trend line was at 141.08. We went to 141.11, so that's exactly where price bounced off of, and we did see movement from there. So that was amazing. Right on point, right exactly what we thought it would do, and so you can see price coming back up. So that would have been a good play for a sell to make money on the way down, and then for obviously a buy heading back up. So 141.75 to 141.11, that would have been 64 pips if you had taken it, or in that vicinity, some range in there. And obviously on the way back up for 141, where we did see a turnaround. If you look down the 15-minute chart, right as we were approaching that area of support and resistance, you can see it's right on it. It bounced right off of it. That was a good opportunity for a buy, okay? And that buy would have taken you right back up to current levels. All right, so that was a good call. Look for your areas of support and resistance, the ones I'm giving you today, and you'll do well. The New Zealand dollar, so we expected it to come back up to the trend line 85.66 and potentially come back down. That didn't happen. We had to blast off, really get back up here. So we called a buy on it, but a buy to 85.66. We didn't know what was going to happen after that. So you would have made money if you stayed in this New Zealand dollar to the upside. Do I know what's going to happen from here? It's still in consolidation, if you ask me, and I can't tell you where the New Zealand dollar is going to go from where it is right now. We're going to look at the close on the weekly and obviously the close on the monthly, which is going to tell us a lot about where this New Zealand really wants to go. Okay, so we're going to just watch this pair and not really trade it. Aussie dollar, same thing, called a buy on the Aussie dollar, and obviously bounced off the 200 EMA. It really came down. Exactly what I said. Listen to my recording from yesterday. Exactly what I said, and it really did move back up here, and we had a buy on the Aussie dollar. So here's what I'm looking for on the Aussie dollar. It's kind of in the consolidation range, and for that reason, it was easy for us to call it because we're at the bottom of that range on the Aussie dollar yesterday. I'm not going to call it today because we're at the kind of in the middle of the range, and I don't like to be in the middle of the range. I'd rather be at the top or the bottom of the consolidation pattern. And clearly, after looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars, that tells a tale that we're clearly in a consolidation here as far as the Aussie dollar is concerned, at least in the last few bars. Okay, so that is pretty much, those are my calls for the day. I think that they can help you. Hopefully Nino will be back up for those of you who are in the live trade room at 1 to 3 a.m. Eastern time, and then again from 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern time on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you guys are getting ready for that. Hopefully you'll get power back and have infrastructure in place to be able to make those trading calls. He's probably doing a lot of trading from his phone as we speak because that's what he does. But hopefully he'll be able to get back on a computer so that he can lead you guys in another great trade room. Hope these biases help you. I'll talk to you soon. All the best. Happy trading.